To make the drop hit harder is probably one of the most important goals in EDM tracks or also in tech house music. So after you watch this whole video, you're gonna understand a lot of tips and tricks I use in my tracks as well, and how you can implement that into your tech house tricks. So definitely make sure you check out this video until the end. So there's a few categories we're gonna go through here. The first category is obviously the automation category. So what you can do basically is you have something called the master channel. The master channel is like where all the single tracks go through. On this master channel, you simply upload a reverb, which could be Valhalla Supermassive, or in FL Studio could be the Fruity reverb, like this one here. And what you basically make sure is you put the wet knob on completely dry. So like there's no wet signal going through, it's completely without reverb. As you can see already in this one here, the wet knob is this 13.8 mix percentage knob. So what you do is you create an automation clip. So you basically trigger this little thing if it's a third-party plugin, press this thing, then create automation clips, and then it's gonna upload into the playlist a automation, which is this one here, I believe. Before the drop hits, we're gonna increase this like wet level a lot. Make it more wet, more wet. And this is the first automation. Basically, you can make sure that the buildup is gonna sound more professional, more like there's reverb in it. It's like a lot of energy, a lot of like roomy stuff. And then when the drop hits, you put the wet knob of this reverb to 0, because we don't want reverb when the drop hits, obviously. You can see it here. So this is the first automation I'm using a lot of times. Then we have an automation which is called the stereo field automation. So what you basically do in FL Studio, you go on the master bus, or you can do that here on this master bus. You go on this little knob here, and this is responsible for stereo, full wide, or this is completely mono. And by the way, make sure you like this video as well and subscribe to my channel if you don't want to miss out any tech house production tutorials. And also make sure you check out my music on Spotify, because there's heaps of tracks I released the last few weeks and months. So definitely make sure you check that out. And also follow me on socials if you like to get in touch with me. I have this automation already assigned. Again, what you do double click on this little knob here, and then again create automation clips, and it's going to upload this into the playlist. I already have it here installed in my template. So by the way, if you want to get this template, make sure you check out the link under this video. You can get this complete template where all those automations are already saved in. You're going to save yourself heaps of more time. So then you basically go up here, and the more it gets to the drop, the more mono you put the mix. So like it's narrower and narrower. And when the drop hits, it's this illusion that when you create the stereo width, like to like 40% or let's say 70% stereo, you basically create this illusion that it's hitting way harder. You can see it here. 23%. Then the next automation we have is the high pass, low pass filter automation. So I have those bass lines playing here in the end. So what we can do is create this like illusion that we take away the bass. This is on the master channel, a high and low pass filter. So what you basically do, you press this button here, because that's responsible for where the high pass filter happens. You press double click and then create automation clip, and then it's in the playlist. And then you basically have it here, and then you do the same thing as with the reverb. Again, creates this really good illusion. Then we can do the same thing obviously with the low pass filter. So we're just gonna take this away. I believe it's not going to sound as good because it's a combination, and usually you don't do that double combination, but maybe it does sound amazing, so we're going to try it out. Yeah, it takes away too many frequencies. Now in this specific track, I don't really want to listen to this and it doesn't sound good to me, to be really honest. And then we have the last automation, which is a master bus volume automation. So the closer it gets to the drop, we're gonna decrease the volume by 2%. And then when the drop hits, increase again by 2%. Like this. Just tiny bit. Again, this really good illusion that it sounds really professional. Now let's get away from all those automations and stuff. Let's go into the creative process of music production. So basically, if the build-up is way too powerful and the drop is just average, people are gonna be disappointed on the dance floor, because you wanna make sure that if you have an amazing build-up, you're gonna need to have an amazing drop. Or if your build-up is kind of like, let's say, just a few, like one bar before the drop hits, you take elements away, like the hi-hats or something like that. You take elements away, so this little kind of silent moment before the drop comes, and then the drop hits even harder because there's this little silence 1 or 2 bars before the drop hits. So what I do, for example, one of my other tracks is I use a crash on the drop, which is like a big impact. And that's going to create another big element in the drop, which makes it more powerful. So let's just go on crashes. This one sounds good. Also make sure you check out this video, which is talking about how to produce filthy tech house. Don't just follow some random rules. Don't just follow my rules. Those are good techniques, definitely, but make sure also you listen to it and think, what kind of feelings does this track create in you? Does it actually create really good moments, or is it kind of boring me a bit more? Comment below this video if you think that I should release this track. Should I finish it? Should I just keep it on my computer for tutorials? What do you think I should do? The biggest takeaway from this video, I believe, is that to make the drop hit harder, you need to make sure that the build-up has something like a movement. For example, the reverb automations, the high pass, low pass filter automations, all those other automations I talked about. You can even create a saturation automation, like the more it gets to the drop, the more saturated it becomes, and when the drop hits, it's less saturated on the master bus. But I think that if you're able to create this amazing build-up where all the hi-hats and claps are playing, and then just 1 or 2 bars before the drop happens, you take away those elements, or you low pass the drum bus, or you low pass the hi-hats and stuff, take away a few elements and have this little kind of silence before the drop, then the drop is gonna hit way more harder. That's my biggest tip for this video, so definitely make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel to not miss on any tech house production tutorials, and I'll see you guys in the next video.